What's going on, my people? It is your guy Hopeful and back again, bringing you some more Mugen League action. In this fighting game league, we put AI control characters against each other in 2v2 matches. This video will contain sets 5 and 6 of wave 8. So without any further ado, let's get the show on the road.
Mugen League!
Maybe 2 teams at least, minimum. So in the background, Shuriken Shadow charging up, Bartholomew Kuma Falls being attempted inside the Erupted Sakura and now went for a big Rasengan. Mugen League where we put Mugen League, where we put air control Mugen characters against each other in a league-based form. Before we get into the first set of the video, I would like to show you guys the updated league table right now. And this was updated from the previous sets that were played in the video prior. So you'll see that some teams might have moved up or moved down. And then with this set that we're going to do, as well as the second set, we might see further changes to the table come next video. In this video though, we'll have the Shichibukai take on Hidden Leaf Students 2. For the first match, the Shichibukai will be represented by Crocodile and Kuma. Hidden Leaf Students 2 will be represented by Hinata and Shikamaru. The stage will be Izuru Kira x Makoto Kibune. Crocodile at the start of Mugen League was one of the most dangerous 1v1ers in the entire shindig. I don't know if he's still as good in 1v1 as he was before. Anyway, Hakekai 10 from Hinata. She connects that against both opponents. Now we have Kuma singled out by both of the students of the Leaf, but hold on, Crocodile has come to interject using the Desert Swords against Shikamaru. You can see that the kunai that was hovering above Shikamaru, he will summon one of those kunai every time he goes for his substitution jutsu, or at least sometimes when he goes for his substitution jutsu. What is Crocodile doing? Crocodile, you're not hitting them from that distance. Yeah, you have to close the gap. You have to close the gap, Crocodile. You weren't the 1v1 god for nothing, man. Like, you weren't the 1v1 goat for nothing, Crocodile. I expect better from you. Anyway, another hovering kunai coming out from Shikamaru. He's on dire straits. He gets it to detonate, but somehow Crocodile did not get hit by that move. Shikamaru has been finished off. It is now just Hinata versus Kuma and Crocodile. I believe Kuma tried to go for a paw strike, but it did not land. Hinata looks like she might have substituted out of that move. The strong paw strike though sends Hinata straight into Crocodile. Sables, cyborg lasers, more sables, and the orange glow you see around the edges of the screen, that was representative of Crocodile's Logia mode. Now, Crocodile does not have Logia charge, he doesn't have Logia dash, he doesn't have Logia block or anything like that. He has a Logia mode that I didn't code into him, he has it by default, that's how his character comes. And if you hit him while he is in his Logia mode, he will just phase out of it, he'll just substitute out of the move that you did. And that's why he doesn't have the other stuff that the other Logia characters have. So Crocodile with that Logia mode didn't really help that much because he was nowhere near his opponents. But Kuma doing a lot of the work for the Shichibukai. He gets hit by Kage Nui no Jutsu, sending him airward into the comboed Trench Knife upper. Shikamaru going in for the air combos. He gets hit by Quicksand. I believe Hinata tried to substitute, but the Quicksand is a bit too much, a bit too constricting. Ursus Bomb catches Hinata. Shikamaru is fine though. Logia mode has been used by Crocodile, so now you might get to see what that mode does. Shikamaru, instead of deciding to charge up power, he runs in against his better judgment. Hinata got finished off. It is just Shikamaru. He dodges the strong paw strike from Kuma, but I believe it is just too little too late. Here's another paw strike from Kuma. Crocodile and Bartholomew Kuma are going to take that one 2-0 in terms of rounds, of course. So Crocodile and Kuma are doing, you know, kind of what I expected them to do. The second game of the set will now begin. We'll have Mihawk and Moria go up against Ino and Kiba. In my experimental leagues, the Shichibukai team was very strong, especially in Simo. Can they get back to their winning ways, considering that there has been a patch that's been made? Alright. Shadow Thief connects from Moria. Mihawk is getting hit by the Gatsuga. Kiba going for the claw upper. Shinranshin or Shintensin no Jutsu that was. Mihawk on dire straits, not having a lot of HP. He tries to use his guard cancel or his substitution or his perfect block, one of them, but he never got a chance to do any of that. It is now just it's now just Moria against Ino and Kiba. Ino and Kiba look formidable, bro. Another character that got really buffed was Shikamaru, and then a character that probably received the most buffs is Ino. Ino has a mind transfer guard cancel, and she also has a substitution jutsu. So Ino, and she also had improved AI. So Ino has gotten buffed a lot in Mugen League, and we're kind of seeing the effects of that, taking it to Mihawk and Moria right now. Moria going for his Brikabat, which does damage to Ino, but Ino is still she's still alive. Shin Tenshin no Jutsu again, into the Gatsuga from Kiba. No, it's Ino that gets hit by the Shadow Thief. I believe that move actually hit Kiba, but it connected or it registered Ino. Sekai Ichino Zangeki enhanced version, the Kokotu Ken version from Mihawk, basically finishes off Ino and Kiba. Moria is standing as a spectator as he does. 1 round apiece. Alright, last round. This one's for all the marbles. If the Shichibukai win this round, they take 3 points from this set. If Ino and Kiba win this round, then Hidden Leaf Students 2 will get a point from this set. Not really looking too good on the table right now, Hidden Leaf Students 2, but we'll see what can happen here for them. Mihawk is finding difficulty with fighting Ino. Now, Mihawk has perfect block and he has a swordsman trait, but it's just not good enough against Ino as she finishes him off with an air combo. Here we have Moria trying to 1v2. Moria has healing capabilities and he also has substitutions in the form of the Dark Fade or the Shadow Fade, which is what you just saw a while ago. He's gonna get hit by Ranshin no Jutsu this time, and then Gaga Tenga coming out from Kiba. I don't know if Moria's gonna be able to walk that one off. He's also been poisoned by the poison flowers. You might have missed that, but you can see the poison status effect was on Mihawk or on Moria momentarily. Moria now getting hit by the Ranshin no Jutsu, another flower. Tossed out by Ino. Kiba is going to awaken. Doesn't really do much for him. He gets passive power charge. Not really gonna matter though. The Ranshin or the Tenshin no Jutsu, one or the other, is going to catch Moria. Ino and Kiba take a point for Hidden Leaf Students 2. Due to my extreme beauty, I am the object of envy and admiration. Alright, Ino, we see you, we see you. So the first set of this video, which is set 5 of wave 8, will result in a draw. What will the second set of this video result in? You can make your predictions in the comment section, yeah? We'll have Fairy Tail go up against Orochimaru's Circle. Fairy Tail for the first game will be represented by Gajeel and Gray. Orochimaru's Circle for the first game will be represented by Sasuke and Kabuto. The stage will be Tenru Forest. I think Gray has adjusted AI. He also has a substitution jutsu in the form of his Ice Make Shield, which you just saw there. Sasuke doesn't really have an AI buff, nor does Kabuto. I don't think I buffed any of their AIs. But I did give Sasuke's White Snake a poison effect, which is what's affecting both Gray and Gajeel right now. Oh shoot. Now Gajeel actually went for his Iron Scales mode, but he also used Tetsujin Ken, which dealt a good amount of damage to both Sasuke and Kabuto. Snake Shield being used by Sasuke, that is his guard cancel move. And now they're trying to sandwich their opponents. Another White Snake summoning from Sasuke, poisoning both Gajeel and Gray. Kabuto needs to survive long enough for Sasuke to help him out. Both characters, Gajeel and Kabuto, are going to go down. Sasuke awakens into his awakening, but the Ice Lances from Gray are going to finish him off from a distance. When Gray is channeling his Ice Lances, he can charge his Ice Lances, and when he charges his Ice Lances, he actually charges power as well. That's one of the buffs that he got from the Grand Balance patch, right? Sasuke is a spamming Katongo Kake no Jutsu against both opponents. He blocks the Tetsuryukon or just the regular C attack of Gajeel. I can't really tell which one that was. And Sasuke, the White Snake Bearer, also is going to poison both opponents, as I mentioned earlier. Kabuto substituting out of Tetsuryuso Kishi and actually going for the Feather Genjutsu, but it does not look like it did much. Sasuke is going to use his Sharingan substitution now into another White Snake summoning. It's kind of been a quick match so far. We're only at 75 seconds. And already, Gray and Gajeel look like they're about to lose the second round. Sasuke goes for his White Snake summoning. Gajeel is down. It is just Gray who has survived simply because he's going for Ice Make Shields. Like that. He's going to block the Chidori Nagashi. He gets hit by the second one though. Here comes a dig from Kabuto, and then Gray goes down. Orochimaru Circle is going to take the second round. Alright, immediately the long steel pipe of Gajeel, that is his arm. Gonna connect against both opponents. Goes for Tetsuryuken this time. Gray charging up his Ice Make Lances, using his Ice Make Shield. Kabuto healing himself. Sasuke is basically dead. Iron Scales mode has been activated by Gajeel. Somehow Sasuke is still alive. Chidori Eso comes out from him. He hits Gajeel, or hits Gray but not Gajeel. And now Sasuke has been dealt with. It is now just Kabuto left. He's gonna try to go for his explosive kunai using his substitutions as best as he can, but not even Kabuto is crafty enough to escape this. You would have to think he has substituted like 5 times and he's still bloody fighting. He'll get finished off by the Ice Lances eventually though. Gray, when he gets to that distance, can be a menace if it's a 2v1 because you can't block Gray and block the person in front of you at the same time. Most AI cannot do that. Gray and Gajila are going to take game number 1. Game number 2 of set number 2 for the video will have Natsu and Jalal go up against Orochimaru and Anko. Alright, Natsu and Jalal. I believe Jalal is the reason that the Fairy Tail characters in this match started off with a 1500 power. That might be a trait I gave to Jalal. And Natsu is using that, he's abusing it really, to just launch special after special. Jalal also using his teleport, which is projectile, or it can do damage as well. Hold on. Anko fighting back. Snake Bearer Jutsu, Snake Storm, trying to go for her Serpent Geyser. She hits Hibusha Otoshi. Orochimaru has awoken, and here come the Edo Tensai. It is no longer a fair fight. First and second Hokage on deck, but hold on. They just blitz. No, Hashirama's still alive. Hashirama's still alive. Tobirama goes down. Hashirama goes down. They're just not fast enough to actually matter in this game apparently. But the Serpent Geyser along with the White Snake summoning from Orochimaru will be enough to finish off Natsu and Jalal for round 1. Now Orochimaru, when he uses the White Snake summoning, actually when he uses the regular Snake summoning, it steals power. Hold on. Shiranui got a Guren Hoken, dealing about half of Orochimaru's HP in one fell swoop. Serpent Geyser, retaliation from Anko. But hold on, nobody from Fairy Tail took damage from that move. I wonder what happened. Maybe Orochimaru hit them out of the Serpent Geyser. Anyway, Magic Mark has been used by Jalal. It's on Anko, so it will detonate eventually. Orochimaru has been finished off by Bakuenji from Natsu. It is just Anko fighting now. She's gonna use her trademark Snake Storm combo ender. Anko versus Natsu for all the marbles. Anko wins this, and Orochimaru's circle gets another draw, which is not what they wanted. Fairy Tail, however, could use the bolstering. If Fairy Tail wins this, if Natsu wins this, then Fairy Tail can still get their 3 points. Of course, he would have to win a round after this as well. We're gonna see the Ryuken into the Bakuenji, catching Anko off guard. She's falling on the ground, sending out Shuriken, dashing in, Snake Storm Ender. What can Anko do? She has 3000 power. Konoha Kanransha into Konoha Kanransha. Anko with the trickery, bro. Yo, she destroyed Natsu in that neutral. My goodness. You can run if you want. I don't know about y'all, but I think Anko was the MVP in that last round. I think she had a life lead when she went up against Natsu, but you'd have thought Natsu would actually have some dirt to use against Anko, but Anko was the filthiest, bro. She had the dirt against Natsu using the Konoha Kanransha, which tracks apparently, so no matter where Natsu is on the screen, he will get hit by that move if he is not blocking, right? And Anko was able to use that move twice to close out that game. Really interesting stuff. The second set of the video will result in a draw between Team Fairy Tail and Orochimaru Circle. Both teams will walk away with 1 point. With that set concluded, we have come to the end of the video. So as always, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Leave a like for all the talking, subscribe for more content, sound your voice in the comments. Also, if you're wondering why these characters are here, hold on, let me show you. These guys, the 4th Kazekage Rasa, 3rd Raikage A, the 2nd Tsuchikage Mu, and the 2nd Mizukage Gengetsu Hozoki. They're here because I put them in my experimental leagues. They're a team of 4 right now, so they don't qualify to be put into the actual season of Mugen League. But if you guys want these 4 characters to be in Mugen League, in this season of Mugen League, I could do like a video where I have them fight all the other teams at the end. I would also need to know what other 2 characters to add to this 4-man team, because most teams have 6 characters and this is only 4. So if you could think of 2 characters that have something in common with Rasa, the 3rd Raikage, Mu, and Gengetsu, you can let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can add those characters. But now we have truly come to the end of the video. Have a great day and see you next time.